this is part 2. So I was recording and then it completely stopped recording, which really sucks because this reading is really good. Luckily, I still have the cards here. But this is an extension of the last reading I did, where some of you are coming out of a very difficult cycle. In that reading, I was getting, it could have been career or relationships, but this reading so far is clearly very, like, this is a love reading. So if you don't want to hear that, please, bye. I get it though. I was not expecting this at all, but the first card that came out was the Queen of Wands. So it's like, after this cycle that just ended, you're in this energy of getting your spark back, getting your confidence back. You're in your power. It's like you know who you are now. And it feels like this difficult season, Spirit has used as an opportunity for you to actually get into alignment with what you genuinely want. And because you've been really focused on reflecting on what it is you want in life, not just in relationships, but just in general, you're in this very, very magnetic, confident, radiant energy. And you're looking good, by the way. This Queen of Wands usually is all that internal work is reflected outwardly. And it looks like for some of you who were going through a separation or a breakup, there is something new or someone new coming in that is very emotionally balanced and mature compared to whatever energies you were dealing with before. Because whatever you were dealing with before, you were settling and it wasn't fully in alignment, right? And now that you're showing up in this energy, you kind of know your worth, your value, you know who you are, you're attracting this in. It's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful energy. We have the Page of Wands here too. So I feel like you're like coming out, you're out on the other side of a very difficult season where things felt really heavy and overwhelming, and it felt like because you didn't really expect to be in that position, you didn't really know what your choices were for getting out of it. Now, because you know who you are, you've been kind of sitting with yourself, you're coming out on the other side as a different person because of what you went through, and because now you've actually thought about what you genuinely want and what you genuinely deserve. So it was, for a lot of you, a blessing in disguise. And now there's something a lot more balanced and mature coming in for you. I feel like some of you are dealing with people who were just not emotionally mature, or they weren't able to match your capacity emotionally. Now you're finding people that actually are in alignment and can meet you where you're at. It's really, really nice. For some of you though, I do have the Six of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, so I feel like it could still be a challenge to release a lot of the emotional baggage connected to what you went through. So you could feel like you're still in the thick of it, or you're there's still some times where you're feeling a little bit raw or triggered by it, but you are coming out of it. Like the energy is shifting. Just feels like there might be days that are tougher than others because there's still a lot that you're processing from this experience, but it's still teaching you. It doesn't feel like it's something that's going to make you regress at all. It feels like it's something that's actually motivating you to lean more into this Queen of Wands energy. It's like the more you think about what you went through, even if it's heavy and it's hard for some of you, it actually motivates you to focus on yourself more. It motivates you to pour into yourself more. It's not something that's making you fall back into old patterns. Like, it's something that's transformed you. Whatever you went through has changed you fundamentally. Like, you're not the same person. And even though there are like old habits and things that try to creep up, it's like you're still being reminded of who you are now, what you've learned. So if there are times like when you start to notice these old patterns come up, or like old addictions or habits, just know that you're purging through it, like you're releasing it. It's coming up to be released. Okay? So don't let that hold you back, because regardless, I feel like this is a more prominent energy. So this is who you are now, even if those old habits still come up, because you're still grieving. You're still moving through the emotions. But whatever's coming in for you now is going to bring a level of excitement and emotional fulfillment that I think is going to make it a lot easier for you to let whatever lingering like heaviness that you're holding on to from this past situation go. And then at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So yeah, it feels like a new romantic offer. Like you might get asked out on a date, or you might start talking to someone new, but it's going to turn into something that could be really emotionally fulfilling for you, because it seems like this person is just, they're coming in with an energy that you haven't dealt with. It's a lot more emotionally mature than what you were dealing with. So it's going to feel a lot more stable for you. I will say again, I see the Three of Swords here too. So I wouldn't rush anything. It does feel like there's still like a lot that you need to heal. But I feel like this connection will make you feel really supported, which is really beautiful. So it's going to be a lot easier. If it's been hard for you to move through or release these things from the past, I feel like it's about to be a lot easier with whoever this is coming in. Because this energy feels supportive. So even though you're still healing, it feels like this person might also recognize that, or they might also be going through similar things. They're going to understand, and you're going to feel very supported. And then underneath that is the Strength card. Yeah, it feels like, oh my god, these cards. Four of Cups and Strength. So you might be like a little bit guarded sometimes, but it feels like this is something that's going to help you open up and give you strength to move through it, to release whatever you're still holding on to. And the Knight of Cups is here. This could definitely turn into like an actual connection. Like if it starts off light and you just feel very safe with this person, I feel like it could quickly turn into something deeper. But I would just be mindful not to rush it, because you are still in the process of grieving. You are still healing, but you are moving forward. And I feel like this is going to help. But I just feel like you should have grace with yourself in the process if there are things that come up that trigger you, because that looks like a big possibility here. But it feels like regardless, the energy is moving. It's not stuck at all. Like it's shifting regardless. So this is really positive. It feels it feels like really calm. Like it feels exciting, but at the same time, very like grounding and calm. Something about whoever this person is going to make you feel really relaxed. And it's going to be a lot easier it's going to feel easier for you to release these things from the past. Like it feels like the type of person that you can have these conversations with and it doesn't feel heavy. Even if you're talking about heavy topics, like you both have gone through similar things, it feels like it's going to be easier for you to talk about it in a way that feels light. Like you feel lighter after talking with this person, even if you're talking about very serious, heavy things. This is like really good. This is really healthy and calm and very healing. I think it's going to be really healing for a lot of you, especially those of you who were dealing with people who just did not have the capacity to hold your emotions, because I'm strongly getting that. Like for some of you, you were in connections with people that, and no matter how hard you tried to be vulnerable with this person, they couldn't receive it. And it's almost like they got triggered by it. They weren't able to hold space for your emotions. Like anytime you would express your emotions, they would either shut down or deflect or be dismissive. They just didn't have the capacity for it. But it feels like this person is like, they're so naturally attuned to your emotions, it might freak you out a little bit. You might be a little bit like, what is happening at first, which will cause you to kind of retreat a little bit and be a little bit guarded from time to time. But I feel like it's going to be so chill, so natural, that it's going to be easy for you to let this person in, honestly. And I feel like that's going to help you move through this heavy energy that's coming up from this Three of Swords here. Yeah, overall, like the feeling that I'm getting is really, really relaxing. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm excited for you to feel this energy. If you haven't met this person yet, I'm excited for you to meet this person, because it's going to feel really, really Ace of Pentacles again. Yeah, I feel like this is going to turn to something really stable for a lot of you. Like I feel like this is something that might start off really casual and then turn into a commitment relatively quickly because of how easy it feels or how safe you feel with each other after being in connections that didn't feel safe. So, wow, I'm excited for you. If this resonated and you do want to look more into it individually, I am open for readings. You can check the link in my bio. I go live as well and I do mini readings. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to hearing how this goes. Bye.